Well, this is um, podcast podcast number 4. I think it's number 4. Um, we're gonna talk more documentation, lack of documentation, and all these different things. So, um, my personnel file. I told you we had to foil that with my labor lawyer, and basically that labor lawyer, you know what I mean, because Brighton wouldn't just give it up, which I don't get, is mine, you know, but so basically I had to have spend money to have our my labor lawyer to um, had to be able to get the personnel my personnel file. So basically cost me money, you know. So um, so got the personnel file, went through everything, and I think we talked about like other like documentation and things. But you know, the funny part was when we talked, I had 20 letters of accommodation or of mentoring, whatever, helping neighbors, whatever it was. I had 20, and I had absolutely zero disciplinary action in there. Zero. You know what I mean? I'm such a bad person, bad guy. Why did I have zero of those? You know what I mean? I did absolutely everything I was told to do. You know, I mean everything. I mean, if there was stuff that was unsafe, that was stuff I wouldn't do. You know what I mean? But that wouldn't have been. It would have been in my file if I did something wrong. But guess what? I never did anything wrong. Zeros, disciplinaries. So let's go back to, so we're talking about that, zero disciplinary actions, and then and like I said, 20 or more of those, again in there of good stuff, accommodation stuff. Um, so I got a letter from ED basically saying I'm gonna get fired. Now I don't understand why they decided to do this. I thought it was to a 7A. So I told the our union, the L2227 president. I told him about it, and he just like swept me under the rug. Finally, I'm like, listen, I'm looking to lose all my pay, here pretty fast, and I don't get why I am, but I'm, so had a meeting, set up meeting. Basically, we well, it was ED, the president, and me. So basically, we're like discussing different things. Now, mind you, the whole time we're having this supposedly a meeting, pretty important of my stuff going on. I got the union president sucking down his free shrimp, district shrimp, free shrimp, instead of like stepping up and saying things like, hey, this is, no, do you guys want some shrimp? No, we're here to do our, figure out what's going on. He's sucking down, I got him on tape, sucking down free shrimp. Not one time did he step up and say to the ED, what are you doing here? Zero, utter a zero. So, I mean, literally it was like an hour meeting of that going on. Sucking out free shrimp, you know what I mean, and asking us if we wanted free shrimp, and you know what I mean, and then so we're just getting ready to be done. ED walks out of the meeting. President says, "Well, Dale, you ought to get you're gonna probably need a lawyer." You think? You could have done your job, you know what I mean? But nope, couldn't do his job. And like I said, got him on tape, and so we're sucking down for shrimp, doing zero, So, that's just something, like I said, it's just I don't even get it. I thought I was to a 7A case, but and one is, you're gonna love this one too. So basically, we're talking about all that stuff, and I thought it was 207A case. The union lawyer, basically got told by they're having some type of meeting on something else. Guy said he's a 207A case, and then I got a letter like what 1 month later saying getting fired. So how if it's a 207A case, it's 207A case. So there's a 207A case in New York, you get full pay for getting hurt on the job. But what do they do? Oh no, fired me. Tried firing me. And so I had to get a expensive labor lawyer to start battling for me, which he did, and made them stop their stupidity and doing their typical LWB stuff. And so you got the ED and the criminal commissioners, the CCs, chairman of the CCs, and they all love to say how great job they do, but they fired me. So I got hurt on the job. I got told a 207A case, then a fired. And the only good thing is I had to hire again a very, very expensive labor lawyer to fight a battle and fight for. So basically, I'm not sure how long, maybe another 6 to 8 months I had. He said, the labor lawyer told me, well, it's only going to be for, just a little bit, what he said, what do you say? You're only going to get full pay for a little bit longer because, with a certain, I don't know how to say this properly, a certain lawyer the LWB hired, and they have a doctor they use down in NYC. I guess they use a very, very, very expensive doctor, very, very expensive lawyer. So basically they had me I had to go on a phone with a guy from New York City, and and it was like, I don't even know how to say it properly, but you ever want to, so basically when he got done, he wrote a letter to, saying, yeah, he didn't get hurt on the job. So my labor lawyer said, yeah, there's not really nothing you can do, you know what I mean? What did our union do about all of that? Zero. There could have been a lot of things to do. I told them everything that went down, and well, you know what they did, right? You know what I got told after all that going on, and oh, Dale, sorry, you're no sorry. I got told I'm the problem, and instead of stepping up to do the job, that's one thing they don't like telling them, and I've told them multiple times, why are you not doing anything to stop them, step up? With 207A, you knew I was 207A. They go hire some $100,000 lawyer doctor combination out of New York City, you know what I mean, and make some what is it called, a totally fraudulent criminal, to me, criminal, because they paid to get to say what they wanted, and this is not the first time we've seen this with these people. LWB, anytime they've ever had a consultant come in to do something, basically before they print it all out, what do? Oh, you have to change a bunch of these things first, and again, let's go to we used to have what they would call a we used to have a doctor we go to for like different types of physicals and stuff. Basically, these criminals would tell the guy, listen, this one, and I'm not even going to get into it. I think the guy finally went to jail for that, but basically, I don't know how to say it properly, but so basically, they paid off this doctor and all, you know what I mean? And they think they could pay everybody off, you know what I mean, to do what they want. Now that comes back to like, why are they paying the union off? Maybe they're paying off that local 22223. I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't know. But I can tell you that instead of them stepping up and doing something, all they had to do was say, you know, and then what did they? And what do they tell all the guys? You know, we did everything we could. I got you on tape saying otherwise. All you did was you did zero. You know, so I mean, I got you on tape doing zero. So you know, I mean, there's so many different things you could have done, but you didn't want to do it. So instead, you just wanted to. Instead, I don't even get it. Instead, there's you could have done a lot more. You know, but like especially went from 207A to fire. $100,000 between doctors and the lawyer that they spent. The taxpayers had to pay for it, you know. And what are they going to do to protect the taxpayers? Zero. What do they do to protect me and my family? A zero. What do they do to protect the members? A zero. Because all they did was allow them to get away with this and say, listen, there's no problems. Everything's great. Now let's go back to another guy that people think that this place is like the best thing since